Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to the Advice Corner. So today on the Advice Corner, the focus is on finances and relationships. So let's get right into the video.
Keep shining. You gotta keep it 100 every day. Being like just keep it shining every day. Better do what you got. No matter what life will bring, keep shining.
Okay, so I got some questions on finances and relationships. Okay, question number 1. Finances. Please just tell us the best way to handle money from saving to spending, especially if you have a tight budget. Okay, so first things first, I think, finances is basically how you handle money. Your income, your expenditure, what you lend out, what you borrow, all of that. Basically just how you handle money. So in response to this, for me, the first thing is knowing what your income is over a certain period of time. So I get so much in 2 weeks, I get so much in 1 month, that type of a thing. Knowing what your income is. Okay, so knowing what your income is the first thing for me, because it makes me to see what quality of life I can afford. You know, like that's number 1. We have people earning 7,000 kwacha a month trying to live the life of somebody who earns 50,000 kwacha a month. Like, focus, you are going to find yourself in debt. So for me, first things first is knowing how much I get to know how much you get over a certain period of time. How much do I make in a month, for example? When you know that, you know what quality of life you can afford. So from there, for me, I think the first thing that I do is I look at my money and I handle my needs first. You know, those things that I know if I do not pay for, my life is over. So basically, I look at my money and I'm like, okay, let's sort out my needs. You know, things like where I stay, the food I eat, you know, like you can't live without eating. You can't just be homeless, you know. So I look at that. So I handle my needs first. And then what's left, I look at it and I'm like, okay, with this money, what are some of the wants that are pressing right now? Some of the wants I have that I need to attend to now, or that the money I have can manage to attend to now. And then there are certain wants that at a certain point in life, you just need to understand that I can't afford this, so I won't do this, you know? So basically that I attend to my needs, then come to my wants, and then also for my wants, pajanima salaolapo, like this, yes, this, yeah, too ambitious, mama, not now. You know, that type of a thing. And then it is also important, as you're looking at your needs and your wants, to think about saving and investing. For me, this is how saving works. I think I think it's important to save with a purpose. Like, I don't believe in just saving, like just saving. Just like I'm just putting money aside, just like, my G. So I believe in saving for a purpose. And this is the part where I'll say this. Generally, for most of us young adults, especially in Zambia, you find that what we earn is not able to buy us certain things, like pamene pajatika fola, like when you get your salary, you're not able to afford certain things that you need. For example, there are certain things that are needed in a house, furniture, maybe a TV, you know, like the type that you'd want. Maybe you find that generally the prices, you may have to use your whole salary to buy that thing. So saving also can help you in that if there is something you want to buy that costs, say, 15,000 and then you earn, say, 7,000, you can be putting aside a katupin for some months until you're kwana ijandalama, and then you buy that thing. I think that's a better way to do it than to get into debt for you to buy that thing, because it's the same thing, you'll still be paying back. And sometimes in debt, there's even what's that, interest? Yeah. So you end up even paying more. So I think save for a purpose, and for those things that you can't afford to buy once off with the money you get, save for a few months, die a little for a few months, then you'll be able to afford that thing at a particular time when you have saved for it. I truly believe in that, and I've done it and I've seen it work for me. And then when it comes to investing is good. Everybody will tell you investing is good, but investing blindly is a loss. Like, investing blindly could literally lead you into losing your money. So I believe in, if I'm going to invest in a business, in a venture or whatever, if I'm going to invest my money in an asset or whatever, if I'm going to invest my money, I need to do my homework. I need to do my research. I need to understand what that investment is all about. I need to understand what it requires of me. I need to understand what risks are involved, what risks I may incur. So basically, if you're going to think about investing, make sure you understand that investment, and as you are getting into it, you know how you're going to sustain it, how you're going to handle it. Basically, don't get into an investment blindly just because it's investing. My friend, you cry tears. So yeah, and then also with your money, budget for every little thing. Budget for every little thing. Like, don't ever think that a certain thing is too small for you to budget for it. Budget for every little thing, because it is those little things that cause us to be broke. So budget for every little needs. Handle your needs, your wants, your savings. If you're going to invest, remove money for investment. If there are any too much small things, put aside money for your pocket money for the month. Like, budget for every little thing. Like, I'll just put it like that. Don't ever think that something is too small to be budgeted for, because you will not see it coming. You know what I mean? Like, just budget for every little thing. How can I say it? Just like that. I'm sure I understand. And then also develop a habit of putting aside like an emergency fund. There's a funeral in the family, they need some money. Something has gotten broken in the house, you need to have it fixed. Have the emergency fund. If it means putting aside like a 200, like a 300 every month, like emergency fund, kaikeni aside. Things happen in life. So just have like a, emergency fund. So basically, I think that's how best you can handle your money, and just especially if you have a tight budget, that's be in control of your money. A person who has a lot of money will just spend anyhow, and they have a lot. But you who has a tight budget, you and me who have, be on top of your game with your money. Be in charge of your money. Yeah, and by all means, avoid borrowing. By all means, avoid borrowing. Avoid borrowing. By all means. Okay, we move on to the other question. So somebody asked, how do you maintain friendships as an adult? It seems harder to keep in touch with friends. Any advice on how to keep a friendship alive, even with busy schedules? One word: intentional, or intentionality. Just be intentional about it. Basically that if a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is valuable to you, be intentional about it. I know sometimes we get overwhelmed with work, with whatever activities we have going on. Sometimes it does get overwhelming, whereby you forget to check on people and it's been 2 weeks and you're like, damn, I haven't checked on her, I haven't checked on him, So just be intentional about it. If you need to make a timetable, and be like, every Monday I'll be calling up all my friends to see how they're doing, or every Tuesday I'll be passing through Danny's place just to, catch up for 30 minutes. Be intentional about it. Because you don't want to be lonely in life. People get tired of always being the ones to reach out, So as hard as it may get, just be intentional about it, Set reminders if you have to, for you to check on people, And, the way you can keep a friendship alive is to actually communicate. Communication is at the core of keeping a relationship alive. So just communicate, check on that person, find out what they're doing, tell them what you are doing. That way you remain in each other's lives, and it's easy to always remember to call them because you're trying to update them, on what's going on. So basically, be intentional, communicate. Somebody asked, what do you think makes for a good partner? And then I was told to give my perspective basically on this question. Like, me as a girl, what do I think makes for a good partner? Well, for Thokozile Lesaka, she thinks what makes for a good partner, first of all, is somebody whose level of understanding and her level of understanding are like, in the same range. Like somebody's intellect and my intellect at least in Kalikomo same range, whereby we can understand each other, we can get each other, we can have conversation, and it's not awkward because I'm not saying things that it's hard for him to process, or things, just our levels of intellect should complement each other, so just tunzelu tunkaleko, at that level where tilitonze vija. yeah, that's the first thing for me. The other thing for me is our values must be the same, must be similar. You know, like your values basically are your thoughts on life, I guess. So your values basically, like, yeah, I think I can put it like that. Your thoughts on life, on how things should be done, on like you know, religion, what morals, how to treat other people. You know, just your values as a human being and my values as a human being, they should marry. That's the thing for me. Because if our values are different, that's at the core of who we are. If our values are different, then I don't know. I don't know. Because two people can't work together unless they agree. So for me, your values are my values, my G, they must be. If they are not going together, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And lastly, somebody who is intentional about being with me, somebody who is intentional about keeping whatever we have going on alive, somebody who is intentional about having me in their life. You know, like, you know, you know, involving me in your activities, in your life, in your plans, and whatever you have going on. Just somebody who is intentional about keeping me in their life. That for me is like, my friend, take me now. So yeah, values should marry, our levels of understanding should be in the same range, and be intentional about keeping me in your life. So that's basically all the questions that I had on relationships and finances. A huge shout out to every person who sent in their questions. Thank you. So that's it for today. Please like, comment, share, and let's keep subscribing. You know, invite people to this channel because it's nice. So yeah, let's keep subscribing, and that's it for today. Have a great day, have a great morning, have a great evening, have a good night, whatever time you watch this. Bye.